From the mighty T-Rex to the cunning and savage Velociraptors, here are 22 dinosaurs featured in the Jurassic Park movies. Life finds a way. Michael Crichton was already a best-selling novelist and a recognized filmmaker before Jurassic Park was published in 1990, but that book about genetically resurrected dinosaurs running amok in a theme park became his signature effort, with the blockbuster film arriving in 1993. Now, that became the first installment of a multi-billion-dollar film franchise that comprises 5 movies so far. They've all featured a great assortment of dinosaurs, and as we found out, there are a few creatures that have appeared in all 5 of the movies. So the order of our list is based on the number of times the dinos have appeared in those movies. Now, if one of your favorites did not make the cut, chances are it was only mentioned, but never actually appeared on screen. Deinonychus, for example, was mentioned but never seen in Jurassic World. So let us know what you think, and remember to like and to subscribe. Cheers! 22. Allosaurus. These large theropods make an appearance in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, or Jurassic World 2 if you prefer. While some remains have been found in Europe, the bulk of fossils have been located in the Morrison Formation in the western US. Evidence suggests this critter could have averaged between 28 to some 39 feet long and weighed well over a ton. But those estimates have a wide variance. With a skull filled with dozens of razor-sharp teeth, though, it would have dined on huge herbivorous dinosaurs like sauropods. 21. Baryonyx. Due to its long snout and narrow jaws, this animal has been compared to the modern-day gharial, or fish-eating crocodile. But these beasts would have been much larger, going around 33 feet long and weighing about 2 tons or 4,000 pounds. Some distinctive physical traits include the narrow spines of its dorsal vertebrae and powerful forelimbs with claws that were around 12 inches long. Even though they appear in Jurassic World, they actually existed during the early Cretaceous period, around 130 million years ago. 20. Ceratosaurus. Now, this one appeared in Jurassic Park 3 and managed to stand out by virtue of its unique horn, which protruded from the skull. Based on fossil evidence, it could have grown to around 23 feet long and weighed as much as a ton, depending upon the species. 19. Corythosaurus. This critter existed around 77 million years ago and belonged to a genus of duck-billed dinosaurs, or hadrosaurids. It was thought to be among the largest of such animals, weighing more than 4 tons and measuring about 30 feet long. Did you know that including the crest on its skull, the creature's noggin measured almost 30 inches tall? This one showed up in Jurassic Park 3. 18. Dimorphodon. Now, this creature was actually a pterosaur, not a dinosaur. That is, it was a flying reptile that existed during the early Jurassic. Its name is a reference to its teeth, of which they had 2 types, something which is considered unusual for reptiles. Now, this animal is one of the smaller specimens on the list, going about 3.5 feet long with a 4.5-foot wingspan. But experts say it was a poor flyer and likely did so only as a last resort. 17. Sinoceratops. Ceratopsids comprise a family of dinosaurs that include triceratops, and this particular specimen was the first such animal discovered in China. It lived more than 70 million years ago and was a herbivorous beast that weighed more than 2 tons and measured close to 20 feet long. Maybe you recognize this one from Jurassic World 2, or Fallen Kingdom if you prefer. 16. Stygimoloch. Its most notable physical characteristic would be the 6 spikes that projected from its skull. Now, experts say those spikes may have been used as a form of recognition between the animals, or possibly used to butt heads. The exact usage still is unknown. At some 10 feet long, it's one of the smaller critters on the list, but was really one of the larger members within its family. 15. Carnotaurus. With a name that translates to meat-eating bull, you would expect this critter to be massive, but it was actually a lightly built theropod predator, weighing about 1.5 tons and measuring around 30 feet long. Its name was inspired by the bull-like horns found over its eyes, something unusual for carnivorous dinos. Experts think the horns could have been used as shock absorbers as the animals rammed each other head-on. 14. Dilophosaurus. This beast is known for the double crests that form on its skull, which have been compared to the crests of the modern-day cassowary. It lived around 193 million years ago in North America and was among the first carnivorous dinos found there. Weighing under 900 pounds and going about 23 feet long, the animal was a bit smaller than some of the theropods that would follow it. Now, in Jurassic Park, it gained some infamy when the filmmakers deliberately diverged from scientific veracity. The movie version depicted it as being able to spit venom, which it could not do, and then they cut its size down to only around 4 feet tall, and that was in order to avoid confusion with the Velociraptors, whose appearance was also somewhat fictionalized in that flick, and we shall get to that momentarily. 13. Spinosaurus. Now, it's hard to believe this big monster only appeared in Jurassic Park 3, although some moviegoers wanted their money back after seeing a Spinosaurus kill a T-Rex. More than 49 feet long and weighing an estimated 23 tons, that's around 46,000 pounds, they would be difficult to overlook. They're named for the spines, and those bony projections extended from the vertebrae and measured more than 5 feet long. Now, do you think this beast could have really taken out a T-Rex? Tell us in the comments. 12. Apatosaurus. This quadrupedal heavyweight has shown up twice so far in the Jurassic World movies. These long-necked sauropod dinosaurs could measure upwards of 75 feet long and weigh nearly 25 tons or 50,000 pounds, and some sources estimate that they could have been much larger than that. 11. Mosasaurus. What the first Jurassic Park movie did for Velociraptors, you could say Jurassic World did for these creatures, and that was make Mosasaurus a household name. They were not dinosaurs, but massive marine reptiles that went extinct around 66 million years ago. At around 56 feet long, they were among the largest members of the family, and estimated to weigh around 30,000 pounds. And not surprisingly, these big monsters will return for the sequel. 10. Ankylosaurus. Experts say that these armored dinosaurs lived in North America until some 66 million years ago, and they measured more than 26 feet long while weighing upwards of 9 tons, so they were some pretty tough critters. That bony plated armor was a challenge for carnivorous predators to bite through, and it even protected the beast's eyes. In addition, this animal had an armored tail club, which could injure the legs of a T-Rex, with which it would have coexisted. They made the cut in 3 of the 5 Jurassic movies. 9. Brachiosaurus. The small head, disproportionately long neck, and large size are traits typical of sauropods. While this animal's length is reliably estimated at around 85 feet, estimates for its weight can range from 39 tons up to 64 tons, depending upon which source you want to believe. While it was known to pick at vegetation located some 30 feet off the ground, it was not suited to rear up on its hind legs to do so, as was shown in Jurassic Park. 8. Compsognathus. These are some of the smallest dinosaurs yet discovered, with the largest specimens thought to have weighed less than 8 pounds and measured only about 3 feet long. But even so, in The Lost World, Jurassic Park, they were depicted as aggressive predators hunting in packs and taking down prey a lot bigger than themselves. 7. Gallimimus. Now, a lot of sources cite this theropod dinosaur as resembling an ostrich. Although at nearly 1,000 pounds and measuring around 20 feet, that would be one enormous bird. But when these creatures were featured in Jurassic Park, visual effects artists used footage of ostriches as a model for the prehistoric animals running in packs. The scene featuring Gallimimus was meant to depict the herd's bird-like flocking behavior, which was meant to represent dinosaurs as ancestors of birds. And these critters are popular enough to show up in 4 out of 5 movies. 6. Pteranodon. Now this is a genus of pterosaurs, or flying reptiles from the late Cretaceous, and included some of the largest known specimens, some of which had wingspans of nearly 24 feet, but estimates of the weight can range from 44 pounds to more than 200 pounds. A technical note though, even though these critters do appear in 4 of the Jurassic movies, a better reference might be Pterodactylus, a genus more commonly recognized as pterodactyls, and is often confused with Pteranodon. Now they lived during the late Jurassic, around 149 million years ago, but were much smaller, with wingspans of around 3.5 feet. Maybe that's why they didn't make the cut, huh? 5. Stegosaurus. With their distinctive double row of upright plates and spike-tipped tail, this heavily built quadruped is easily recognized. While it's still unknown exactly what function those plates provided, most experts think the spiked tail served as a defense mechanism against predators. By most accounts, larger specimens could reach nearly 30 feet long and weigh more than 7.5 tons. Prior to appearing in 4 Jurassic movies, Stegosaurus appeared in another movie classic, and that was the 1933 version of King Kong. 4. Parasaurolophus. These herbivore dinosaurs belong to a genus that could walk on 2 legs or 4 legs, switching from bipedal to quadrupedal locomotion as desired. It was a hadrosaurid or duck-billed dinosaur and exhibited elaborate cranial crests that curved upwards from the skull. Functions for the crest may have been for purposes of visual recognition or as a means of thermoregulation. Now, including the crest, they can measure more than 30 feet and weighed more than 2.5 tons. It has proven to be a popular presence in various media, including video games and all 5 Jurassic movies. 3. Triceratops. So this begins a big 3 countdown as such, because all 3 of the following beasts have not only appeared in all 5 Jurassic Park movies, but also in both of Crichton's novels. Now Triceratops is likely the best known of the Ceratopsid dinosaurs, and they were herbivore quadrupeds known for the frills and horns. And Triceratops had 3 such horns, along with the largest skull known among land animals, measuring more than 8 feet long. Overall, they went about 30 feet and weighed some 26,000 pounds. 2. Tyrannosaurus rex. Now, no dinosaur movie could be complete without what is arguably the most well-known dino brand ever. So, no wonder it's appeared in all 5 movies. T-Rex went about 40 feet long and weighed an estimated 15 tons or more than 30,000 pounds, possibly more. Now, there may have been bigger theropods out there, but since its discovery in 1905, this has become the most recognized dino name in pop culture. Director Steven Spielberg acknowledged that he needed to make T-Rex the star of Jurassic Park and rewrote the ending of that film for fear of disappointing the audience. And did you know that an animatronic version of T-Rex used for the film measured about 40 feet and weighed nearly 18,000 pounds, worthy of dinosaur dimensions? 1. Velociraptor. Raptors are likely the dinosaurs most closely identified with the Jurassic film franchise. Of course, they and the fossils were around for a long time before the books and movies came out, but that's what really cemented them into the pop culture. Still, some dramatic license was taken. The animals in the movies are estimated to be around 7 feet tall while weighing around 180 pounds. Now, in fact, velociraptors were much smaller, weighing upwards of 40 pounds, and they had feathers, something the film neglected to depict with velociraptors and other dinos in the movies. Now, in fact, there was a raptor much closer in size to the movies version, and it lived about 126 million years ago. It's known as the Utah raptor, and it was found in Utah, as you might guess. Now, its fossils indicate it could have measured some 19 feet long and weighed more than 1,000 pounds. So, we have to ask, why has it not shown up in the Jurassic movies? What do you think?